Live and direct. It's Sway in the morning.
Right here on Shade 45.
And those words spoken by the legendary, the great Debbie Allen were words that inspired my family growing up in Oakland in the 70s. And my big sister, our only outlet, one of our outlets was track and field. And the other outlet was dance. Dance came first because that was my sister, Regina Calloway. That was her passion. And she was inspired by you. My sister, as a kid, thought she was Debbie Allen.
Oh, I love that.
So she used to take us to West African dance classes at Mosswood Park in Oakland. And we were like Gene Anthony. We were Leroy.
Wow,
Sway.
Yeah, because we used to wear little tights.
No way.
Yeah, we used to do the
out.
exercises. But let me tell you, something about dance taught us rhythm. It taught us pacing. It made us limber. Any sport we attempted, we were like always at the top of the sport. But it also, that rhythm, that intangible that you learn, that coordination, helped us in communication as well. How we communicate with people. It made us the way we received energy and dissected it.
I love this so much. I always feel that dance is the most original of all the arts because in ancient times, before man could write or read, man was stamping on the ground in rhythm, proclaiming ownership, celebrating birth, praying for rain. It was always dance was there in every ancient society. So it's so natural for everybody to dance. I think it's a natural thing for you to do. I'm so excited to know this history of you and Regina and,
thank you.
And the family. I love that.
The fact that Debbie Allen just said my sister's name, I'm good for the rest of my life. I mean, we're talking an actress, a choreographer, a singer, a producer, a director, award-winning, just all-around beautiful person. Debbie Allen has joined us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I'm so flattered. Thank you so much. I'm glad. I'm blessed.
I mean, your work, especially with directing. I remember the movie Amistad. You were a producer on Amistad, correct?
That's right. Oh, you know everything.
When your name pops up, it's like an alert that goes off in our house. Ding, ding, ding. Debbie Allen has something to do with it. Even Different World too, right?
Different World. For 6 years, I really changed that show around.
Yeah, you brought it to. It was.
I made it relevant. Bill Cosby sent me in there to make it. Because I went to Howard University, child, and we were the first university to take over before Kent State back in the day, and we were just protesting for more African American studies, more African, studies, and so I brought all of that experience to Hillman and made it relevant. And we did shows about the presidential campaign, about date rape, about things that were relevant. Because in the world of worlds, if your young people are politically silent, then the nation is on its way to having a heart attack or something, because the young people have got to be alive and active in the world. I mean, when you look at the success of President Barack Obama and how young people galvanized around the voting, that changed the whole dynamic of the system. Young people. So young people are a big part of what I do, and dance is always at the core.
You're still dancing too, right?
I'm dancing, girl. Child
You look awesome. You look awesome.
I've been working with young people. I have a show on the road right now. This starts actually in June called Brothers of the Night. And it's a fairy tale about boys who sneak out to dance. It's an adaptation of the 12 Dancing Princesses. And I'm hoping to get young people dancing. And this new initiative, T2 Dance Crew, is right in line with my heartbeat.
T2 Dance Crew. Talk about that.
T2 Dance Crew is an initiative that I have joined along with So You Think You Can Dance and Janssen Pharmaceuticals to just promote physical dance activity with people, nutrition, health, and all of this to the end of managing and educating people about living with T2 diabetes.
Right?
And we have 26 million Americans. suffering with type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes can be arrested. You can control this. But dancing is a great way to exercise. So I'm trying to get people to start dancing, taking little steps to change the bigger picture of their life.
What about your family? Did your father have type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, this is part of the whole thing for me. I lost my daddy when he was 63, and it was just devastating for the family. And he was a dentist, he was a doctor, so he understood medicine, but I could never get him to exercise.
Yeah.
He used to always say, Deborah K., I get enough exercise going between them chairs. He was a dentist. But that wasn't really true.
Yeah.
So he always said to me, if I keep dancing, I would never get it. And I've been on the lookout for it all this time, and I still don't have it. And I know it's because of my dancing.
Because of the dancing.
The dancing.
Yeah.
So I am a living proof of what it can be, and I just want to be an example. And hopefully I'll get people to pay attention to it, because dancing is such a simple thing to do. And if on the website we have Fiction, the winner of So You Think from last year, doing a hip-hop routine that anybody could do.
Yeah.
And Jeanette doing a salsa routine, because this disease is really affecting the African-American and Latin American communities disproportionately.
Yeah.
So that's a real target for us.
Now, what's the website information if people want to check it out right now?
T2dancecrew.com.
T, the number 2, dancecrew.com.
That's it.
Does Felicia, does your sister dance too?
Oh, Felicia, she can dance.
She can dance.
she can dance. We're getting ready to have a really great girl trip. I'm celebrating my 30th wedding anniversary, and my gift is to go off to Paris with my sister and my daughter and her daughter. Yeah. So we're going to do a lot of dancing over there.
You know what? I have a daughter too. If you guys got room.
Yeah, come on. We'll put her in the bag. Put her in the bag.
Can I fit in the bag too?
Girls trip, Sway.
Oh, it's a girls trip? Oh, okay.
I'm going to take lots of pictures and Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I got Miss Debbie Allen.
Miss Debbie Allen?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
I got to follow you. I want to. Wow, that was a scene from Good Times.
I can't believe you had that.
Debbie Allen is here. When I tell you that we are fans.
Oh my
Yes.
Come on, you played JJ's junkie girlfriend.
That was my television debut. That was the first thing I ever did. That was the first part I ever played.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I remember that like yesterday.
Jimmy Walker.
I know.
Yeah,
it was prom night, and I was a drug addict.
Yep.
Took the wrong purse.
Took the wrong purse, was in trouble, and had to jump out the window.
Climbed right out that window.
Oh, my God.
Okay, but let me ask you. That's the part I didn't. They kind of left that to the imagination.
Where did she go?
Did she commit suicide, or she just jumped out the window and looked for drugs?
I think she was so desperate she had to go and try to find
Okay,
a fix.
cool.
I think that's what she had to do. And we never did know what happened.
Okay.
That was such a great episode, and it was a great portrayal, to see a girl like that.
And not only that, it's such a beautiful woman. To see a beautiful woman be a drug addict.
Yeah.
That was, something that was relatable. Like I grew up in Oakland, so you would see a lot of beautiful people
Strung out
on the tragic thing.
Strung out. So, that's been wonderful. I've had the opportunity to do television shows that have had an impact. That show had that resonated with a lot of people with the drug problem. I did an episode. Different World was the first show to address AIDS.
Yeah.
In network television. That's when I discovered Jada Pinkett Smith, but I didn't cast her in the part. But Whoopi Goldberg was in that episode. I saw Whoopi last night. We were all seeing Denzel at Raisin last night.
Did she just stun on us?
Yeah, she stunned it.
What? No,
throw those names out there? Okay.
No, it was great. It was such a great. You have to see. Have you not seen Raisin in the Sun?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey, you
Not
gotta
with
go see it.
Denzel.
Go see
Ooh,
it.
child.
Can I ask you some quick questions, and then I'm gonna let Heather jump in. Okay, we covered Good Times. Amistad.
Yes.
How did you get involved with that? Did they want to have an African American presence in making that movie, or it was just strict skill set alone?
Amistad was my project.
Okay.
I brought this project to Steven Spielberg.
Wow.
I went to Howard University, and I always go to the bookstore when I go back to school. And I saw this book, Amistad. I said, what is this? And it was a collection of essays by great African-American academicians and religious leaders. And the front, I said, why is it called Amistad? The front introduction told the whole story of the Amistad.
Yeah.
The whole ship, the mutiny, the court trial, the presidents, and them being freed, by the Supreme Court and sent back to Africa, and I wept. I didn't know this story. So I took it very personally, and I wanted to tell this story. The story of this man, Singbe Pie, this black man. And all the men in my family, my father, my uncles are buried in the Veterans Cemetery. They all fought and died for this country, as so many of our great black men. And we needed that hero. So I was determined. It took me 18 years. I didn't give up. I got mad sometimes, but I finally got to Steven Spielberg, and I love him to this day. I call him my brother. I sat in the room with him. They told me I would have 10 minutes. I was in there an hour and a half, and I knew we were making that movie. So I was the producer on that project, the lead producer, and had done all the research, and it was an incredible. We discovered Chewy Ejiofor, who just starred in 12. That was we found Jaimin Hansu.
Give us free.
Give us free. And Matthew McConaughey was brilliant in that movie. And a lot of people were being critical of me, and Spike Lee had a sword fight about Matthew McConaughey on network television. I said, child, please, we saw you run around in that zoot suit in Malcolm X. Don't be saying nothing about Matthew McConaughey.
Wow. Debbie Allen. All right, let me ask you this, too, and then I know Heather, and we got callers real quick. Irene Cara.
Yes.
That just such a talented, like benevolent even in her talent, beautiful, spirited person from what I can see as an onlooker. And I'm not sure what happened to her career, but it felt like it stopped. What happened with Irene Cara, who played Coco in Fame?
The original Coco. Well, I knew Irene as a young girl. When Irene was about 12 years old, she sold out Carnegie Hall.
Wow.
She was that dynamic as a singer. She started early. She had done a lot. And I think she got to that point and she just didn't want to do much more anymore. I mean, look at Raven Simone. Raven Simone is one of the most talented people I have ever met. And one of the most generous. And right now, she's pulled back, and she is so happy because she is an incredible artist. And that's where her focus is right now. She could care less about trying to star in a TV show or movie, and hopefully she'll get back to some of that. But I think when you start out really early like that, and you are working the way they worked, there comes a time where, you know, you just kind of want to step away from it. That's what I think. I can't say for sure, but that's what I think about Irene.
Yeah, I would love to see Irene Cara. That's one of my first childhood crushes.
Right.
All right, you know, come on. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where she at. All right, Heather, I know Tracy and Heather.
Help solve this mystery for me, Miss Allen. Okay, so we all know Felicia Rashad is your sister, and we all love her. But growing up in the hip-hop community, I don't know if you know this, in the 90s, there was this huge rumor that Vanessa Del Rio was your sister. The porno, I hate to say porno in front of you.
The adult film actress.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
How did you know about that? And if so, how did that rumor get started?
I don't know. People say things. I don't know who started it. I have no idea. We just laughed about it. I mean, God bless her and hope she's still doing what she does and she's happy. But she's not our sister.
Because I was confused. I was like,
in blood.
I was like 2 stars and 1 whore. It was just so crazy. I didn't know. I wanted to know.
Debbie Allen, Heather.
Well,
It's okay.
Wow. Debbie, you mentioned the president earlier, and I know that you're part of the Committee of Arts and Humanities.
I have
How did you even enter that world?
Well, you know what? I started that with President Bush, actually. When you're on the President's Committee for the Arts and Humanities, you're there to advise. And I took on that role because I wanted to be a voice for young people, because there's nobody representing them. The arts is the first thing they take out of the public schools, and that is a travesty, and that is not an equal education for all of our kids. When the arts becomes privatized, we are just cutting off America's legs in the world of innovation. That's how I feel strongly about it. And I actually addressed Congress many years ago, and I said to them, civilizations are remembered for their art and their war. And I think we got enough war. We don't have enough art.
Debbie Allen. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a bunch of people on the phone line. We're going to go to Queens. Ugly Man, is that your name?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name?
Oh, Powerful from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Powerful. What's your question?
Well, it's not more a question. Just want to congratulate Debbie on all her success and giving you commending you on having such a different variety and from all walks of life as far as guest wise. I think that's real unique. You know, being in the hip hop community. I'm kind of out of breath because I'm running up to the office and late for work.
Hey man, look, you're a citizen, and that's always been our objective here because we grew up immersed in hip-hop culture doesn't mean we don't like things outside. That's just all hip-hop to us. Debbie Allen is hip-hop.
Hey, that's right.
Kidding me?
I go to work like a doctor. When I rock the mic, you better rock the way I operate. Miracles happen. Okay.
That was some Kumo D right there.
Kumo D.
Okay.
That was my boy.
You know, I called that out right there. Darvina is in Baltimore. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? Everybody this morning. I just wanted to first thank Miss Allen for a different world because growing up in Baltimore City, in the inner city, college wasn't really something they stressed to us or told us like how to do it or how to get there or even made it appealing. So, you know, I just want to thank her because if it wasn't for a different world, I wouldn't have, you know, graduated from Coppin State University. So I just, you know, it's a huge impact, you know, on my life. I try to tell my little sisters, like on my Facebook page, I'm like, you guys got to check out this show. Every day it comes on at 5 o'clock. I'm looking at it if I'm home because, you know, just the type of impact. And even actually there was one episode where you guest starred in it. And you were the therapist for Whitney. And believe it or not, I still tell people to this day, like when they start acting all crazy and I'm like, listen, you just got to relax,
relate, and release. I know. Wasn't that something? Oh, I am so thrilled. You know, I've been blessed to be a part of 2 shows that really impacted the world, different world, tripled the enrollment of historically black colleges and colleges as well because everybody could relate to that and made young people want to go to college. And I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Before you go, I'd ask you one more question. This is fame related.
Okay.
So I was watching, I'm not sure, it was maybe Discovery Channel, one of these channels. I'm a Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel, History Channel type of dude.
Okay.
Hallmark as well as
and Lifetime.
That's me. And they were airing reruns of the tours. I didn't know you would take the cast of Fame on a world tour.
Oh my God. We went to London and I realized we were like the Beatles.
Yeah.
We couldn't even get out of the airport. We went to Israel. It was unbelievable. We were in Spain. Fame was such a phenomenon. It was amazing. You know, we didn't realize then. I guess if we knew then what we knew now, we'd all have a lot more money or something. Because I looked up and my face was on a lunchbox. My face was on water bottles.
Oh, they got you.
Yeah, they just, you know, we didn't know anything about it. I remember in the middle of a concert in where were we? In Israel. Someone said, "Here, Debbie, drink this juice." I said, "Drink this juice." Here's $10,000. I said, "Child, give me that money." You know, but Fame inspired young people around the world, and I have so many people from Queen Latifah to Little Kim to a great country singer that have come up to me to say, "You inspired me." Sandra Oh on Grey's Anatomy.
Wow. Grey's Anatomy,
The first day I came to direct, she was wearing her Fame T-shirt because that's what made her want to do what she does. So I am blessed that we were able to spread that goodness and that word around the world. And I just want America to pick it back up and put that arts back in the schools.
Well, but this, you know, I always say, like, when you look at TV series like Glee.
Yeah.
Or even So You Think You Can Dance, or American Idol. All of these shows, to me, really took their cue from what you were doing with Fame, in one aspect or another. Would you ever consider doing another Fame?
Well, you know, Nigel Lithgow, the producer of So You Think You Can Dance, actually acquired the rights to Fame. And he spoke to me about it. He said, "Debbie, I want to do this again." He said, "But I want you to be directing." I said, "I'm fine. I don't have to be in it." So we'll see what happens. I'm wishing him all the best with that. I hope that it happens again. And I would love to be a part of it. When they did the movie again, I was the only one that they had from the original company.
Yeah.
And I was the principal at that time. So it remains to be seen, you know. it's still doing a lot of good.
Absolutely. And so are you. And T2dancecrew.com.
Yes, T2dancecrew.com. And I'm going to send you a link to my Kids Crew video that we just produced a single for a group that's coming out of my dance academy.
What are they called?
The Crew.
Okay, The Crew?
With a K.
You send that to me, we'll play it.
I will send it to you.
Okay?
Okay, I promise.
Debbie Allen, thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate you. Rise and Shine is up next.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you
and then
did.
also Cameron Diaz will be here a little later, Sway in the morning. You about to dance for us?
I go to work like a doctor. When I rock the mic, you got to like the way I operate. Miracles happen. Ow. When I go, you go, you know, I go, hey.
Debbie Allen.
You're listening to Sway in the morning on Shea 45.